I want to give the fans a decisive victory one way or the other on Cinco de Mayo, and we thought it was decisive the first time, but now it's going to be back on Triple G and Canelo to put on a show for the fans. And you know, if it ends in knockout, Gennady had 23 knockouts in a row, had one of the longest streaks that we've seen as a champion in boxing, and I think he's going to be going for a knockout, not to leave it in the judges' hands, and Canelo says he's going for the knockout, so it should be a great show on the 5th.
Did you guys have to succumb to the demand of not fighting in New York and only Las Vegas? Did you have to succumb to that to make the fight? I mean, obviously the fight's big enough to make it. Doesn't matter where it takes place, but did you guys kind of have to succumb?
Well, again, you know, we've made concessions on a number of different issues. You know, just the fact that Triple G is the champion. He's not only a middleweight champion, he's a unified champion. He's got multiple world titles, and Canelo is, you know, has the top billing. So you know, those are the type of concessions we made. But you know, look, those are small relative to the overall show. If we can get this opportunity, both Canelo and Triple G had their biggest paydays from the last time. They actually need each other to put on this type of a mega event. Canelo needs Triple G to break a million buys, and so does Triple G needs Canelo. We set the third highest gate in boxing history, if you can imagine that, for two fighters not from the U.S., and we set the third highest gate in Las Vegas. I mean, that's a tremendous statement for both guys' fan bases, and how marketable Triple G and how marketable Canelo are.
Last thing, Tom, and without Mayweather and McGregor going in before you guys, like last time, obviously you're going to benefit. The pay-per-view should be higher. Do you predict anything of any kind of number?
You know, just the fact that look at the announcement, you know, with The Rock announcing the fight, and just the reaction we've gotten so far on the social media, and just the fan reaction. Everyone was asking, you know, once we announced the fight, where's the fight going to be? Everyone wanted to book their flights. Everyone wanted to book their hotel rooms, and now they can go to Las Vegas. So.
So Mayweather and McGregor's they're not in the picture this time.
It's not in the picture. So look, you know, they did a tremendous amount on their ticket sales, on their pay-per-view buys. I think without an event like that before this, I think it'll be even that much more successful this time around. So you know, we did very well the first time. This time it seems like, besides the Superfly 2 show, it seems like everyone's talking about the rematch. So it's going to be a fun promotion leading up to May 5th.
Tom, and I know this one's pointless, but Mayweather could possibly face McGregor in a rematch in MMA. What's your take on that? What do you?
Look, I think Floyd clearly beat Conor in a boxing ring, and I think the same would happen in an octagon, where Conor, that's his playground. That's where he dominates, and I think Conor would beat Floyd in the octagon. So I don't know how serious talks of that are, but that would be what I would say is, you know, I think Conor would dominate in the octagon.
Tom, with the decision going the way it did, you guys feeling you won, you know, at least 8 rounds to 4. Is there a concern that Triple G is going to go for the knockout maybe a little too much, like kind of like only wait for one shot, things like that, like maybe game plan a little differently because they don't want it to go to the scorecards that much more?
I think the pressure's on Canelo. Like I said, you know, it's the first time I'm a Canelo fan. When he's not fighting Triple G, you know, when he knocked out Kirkland, when he knocked out Khan, you know, those are some spectacular knockouts. I mean, people say he knocked out smaller guys, but you know, I think the pressure's on Canelo. When the fans booed him for the interview afterwards, whether they were booing the decision, whether they were booing his style, I think the fans are putting pressure on him to put on a more exciting fight the next time, and that's where I think the pressure's on him. Triple G and Abel, you know, felt very confident that they won the last fight, and so I don't think there's much that they need to change on their side. It's a matter of what Canelo's going to change, and I think both sides are going to make adjustments naturally, like you would do on a rematch. You know, both guys have been in there now, not only 12 rounds the last time, but they sparred against each other. You know, they have a lot of respect for each other. But I had noticed an edge both on Triple G side and the Canelo side, where you know now it's like they have something to prove. The first fight they had respect for each other. Now it's like, okay, now I'm going to go out there and really make sure there's no question who the winner is going to be.
Appreciate the time, Tom. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tom. Appreciate it.
Marcos, how are you?